What's going on, YouTube? Midnitekrawlr back up in this piece, and it's that time for a DVD update. No Blu-rays, no VHS, strictly DVDs, most from pawn shop pickups, and a package from Sean Donohue, which I'll get to a little bit later. First up, let's kick things off with a few pawn shop pickups in the horror category slash sci-fi. First up, we have Alien Covenant. Was really stoked to find this up for grabs. And I kind of dug it, man. You know, I didn't love it, but I did enjoy it. A lot of my friends are not fans of this movie, but I really dug the story. You know, it could have had some more alien action in there, but I dug the slow pace and the execution of it. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for me if I had to rate it, but definitely not as good as Alien Resurrection. Oh yeah. All right, so I was stoked to find RoboCop 2 sealed at the pawn shop. Automatic grab for me. I just recently picked up the first one. I know, right? I'm so late to the party, but of course I've seen these, when they first came out back in the days, and big fan of it. RoboCop 2, lots of fun. I dig the cast of gangsters in this, especially like the little kid with the suitcase that turns into a gun. He's really cool. Let's continue on with Scrooged. I was really stoked to get this one. It being Christmas time and all, and this is one I've only seen once or twice, so will be really cool to refresh my memory. I'll probably get around to this next week, getting into that Christmas spirit. But yeah, really happy to find that. Next, we have Interview with the Vampire. Surprised this wasn't in the collection a lot sooner, but it's all good. It is now, and the book is awesome. And of course, saw the movie way before reading the book, but definitely must own in any vampire collection. Next is The Haunting, which, I've been wanting to pick up a copy, for $1 here at the pawn shop, but every copy I run into is really beat up as far as the disc goes. This one was great condition, booklet in there, insert. And was reading the book, The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson, which, I'm not a fan of it. It's a major slow burner. I'm only 40 pages away from finishing it. But I thought I'd, enjoy the movie after reading it. So, hence the pickup. Next up, it's Psycho Remake. It's been a while since I've seen this. And yeah, why not? I can't pass this up for a buck. And insert as well, insert booklet. This one has a good cast in it as well. Yeah, so really stoked to check this out. It's been a long time, so can't wait to refresh my memory and get around to it. All right, and next up we have Rings. Wow, this one was pretty disappointing. I was expecting a little bit more. Not greatness, but just a little more. And, it didn't deliver in my opinion. I was pretty disappointed. If I had to rate this, honestly, it was like a 4 out of 10 for me. That's how disappointed I was. But I've always been more of a Kayako fan, so I was happy to get The Grudge 3 back from my sister. I had gave her the movies, the Grudge movies, 1, 2, 3, the American ones, and she never got around to watching them. So I ended up picking up 1 and 2, out in the wild, to replace them. But I could never find 3. I didn't want to cheat and get them on Amazon. I'd rather find them out in the wild. So I asked her back for part 3, and she said, "Yeah, of course, man." So yeah, I watched this again recently. It's not the greatest, but I just love Kayako. I'm a big fan of hers. And yeah, it's a lot of fun for me. All right, a library pickup was The Birds. They usually have some DVDs up for grabs at the library. And this one was, the case was pretty beat up, so I went ahead and switched it with a clear case. And yeah, I haven't seen this one in forever as well. Some Alfred Hitchcock goodness. We'll get around to that very soon. And let's get on with the package from Sean Donohue. First up, I want to show you some of the swag he hooked me up with. He went to Cinema Wasteland recently, so he hooked me up with a nice little schedule of film events here. I like the artwork though, My Bloody Valentine. I believe they had a reunion there. So really fanzine style. I dig that. A few flyers right here. I really dig the artwork style they did for those. And little magazine here. I have no idea what that is. Haven't flipped through any of these yet. Stickers, the Slow Mutants, and Syphilis and Diller. These could possibly be punk bands. I don't follow punk too much that often. I do follow Rebel Flesh from Austin, Texas, though. They're badass. But yeah, thanks again for that swag, Sean. But let's get on with the meat and potatoes here. We have Franklin, A Symphony of Pain. Finally gets a legit release, limited edition, signed by 3 of the cast members right here. Sean plays a Monkey Man or Monkey Boy. I think he plays Monkey Man. I always screw that up. And Skullman and Apple, whoever played them. But yeah, this movie's freaking nuts, man. It's like an acid trip, hallucinogenic voyage, mushroom-induced, like just, it's bizarre, man. It's really good, though. Support independent cinema. Be on the lookout for this. Pick it up at GatorbladeFilms.com or thesleazebox.com. One of those will definitely be carrying it. Yeah, but this one's pretty much of a mindfuck. And Bob is in this, of course, as you would expect. He has an awesome scene. It's very creepy. All I'm going to say is I want to see a puppet show. He also threw in a copy of Hell House. And this sounds very interesting. I believe like 15, yeah, here he goes. 15 like people who visit a haunt get killed. So this documentary crew goes back to document and dig up some found footage goodness there. I don't know. We'll figure it out when I give it a watch, but it sounds very interesting. And a copy of Clockwork Orange, which, believe it or not, I've never seen completely. I've only seen like 30 or 40 minutes of it. I know, sad but true, but stoked to finally add this to the collection and give it its proper watch. So thanks again, Sean, for that awesome early Christmas gift, and I can't wait to get to those movies. Speaking of Kubrick, I did find this at the pawn shop, Eyes Wide Shut. Now, back in the days when I was young, when this first came out, I do remember fast-forwarding to all the TNA. So I never really watched it. So I will give it its proper watch very soon. Now let's go on to some Scorsese pickups I got at the pawn shop. Found Mean Streets, which I've never seen, but I really dig that cover art right there. It looks freaking awesome. This one has De Niro and Keitel. So really looking forward to getting around to that. Some gangster goodness. And another movie he did, Kundun, which I've never heard of actually. Seems to be based on Tibet's Dalai Lama. And there was some controversy upon its release. So yeah, always down for that. But it says visually stunning. So we'll see what's up, Scorsese. And did find some anime. So I was really stoked to pick up the Studio Ghibli release of Princess Mononoke, which used to be my favorite movie of theirs until I saw Spirited Away, and that one just blew my mind. But Prince Mononoke is lots of fun, really dope. Can't wait to get to that. It's been years since I've seen it. My friend said, "Oh, it has a good dub." But, you know, I'm really gonna just watch it in Japanese language. I love reading subtitles. You know, I can do both. I can hang with the subtitles and follow the movie at the same time. But Dragon Ball Z is next. The Best of Goku. This is a nice little time burner because I've never seen like Dragon Ball Z past like the Frieza episodes. So this one has a bit of some Vegeta, some Frieza, some Kid Buu, some Burger and Geist, some Perfect Cell, Majin Vegeta, Majin Buu, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is lots of fun though. Complete episodes, not the complete fights, but just a cool little time burner. 7 episodes. And probably my worst pickup of this update, it's going to go to 6 Days, 7 Nights. Why did I pick this up? Well, they had a deal at the pawn shop, 4 DVDs for $3. I had 11. My brother was with me, and he seemed like he was getting bored. I had been there for like 20 minutes searching through their racks, and I didn't want to, to be a burden. So I went ahead and just scooped this up to make it 12. Hence, 6 Days, 7 Nights pickup. Starring Anne Hesh. She was in the Psycho remake, so maybe subliminally I had an Anne Hesh fetish going on. But that's going to be it, guys. I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, Merry Sleazy Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Peace.